Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Saturday. I hope that your Saturday is going fabulous. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. So today I want to talk about when seasons change. In the book of Ruth, there comes a point when not only has Naomi's husband passed away, but now her two sons have died. And so that has made Ruth and Orpah are now widows also. So Naomi decides to go back to her people. She's going back to Israel, back to her people. Orpah is going to return to her people. So they're not going to continue on. But Ruth, conversely, decides that she's going to go where Naomi goes. She says, your people are going to be my people. Your God is going to be my God. And so even though she's stepping into newness, into a new territory, she is willing to shift because a season has come where a season has changed. It's critical that we recognize when God has shifted us, when a season has changed, when He is telling us to let go of a person, place, thing, or a combination. We have to understand that if God is with us, that He is going to prepare things for us wherever He tells us to go to. Wherever He shifts us to, He is going to have provision for us. He is going to make a way. He is going to make the path straight for us. He has made preparation for us. But we have to trust Him. Even when, again, we're stepping into the unfamiliar, the newness, we have to recognize when a season has changed and trust that He knows what's best for us. Like with Jeremiah, His plans for us are for good and not evil, to give us a future and a hope for His children, for those that follow Him, His sheep. So we have to trust in Him when a season changes. What can happen when we linger too long someplace, somewhere, where we're no longer supposed to be, is that we will feel in our spirit that something is off. And it is off because we're not supposed to be there anymore. The season has changed. And it can be difficult because it's familiar and it's customary. This has become your norm. So it can be difficult to change and to shift and to move into the unfamiliar and into the new. But if we are going to have harakasi, what God has for us, we have to be willing to move. Now, going back to Ruth, if she had stayed where she was, imagine the great destiny that she would have never achieved. By her going with Naomi, going back to Naomi's home, making her people, making Naomi's God, her God. She meets Boaz. She steps into a pivotal part of history because by marrying him, she has royal lineage that's going to be descending from her. But it was critical for her to recognize that, again, she had to shift into the new and into the unfamiliar. Her season has changed. For some of you, and you will recognize this in your spirit, God has told you to shift, and you're having a hard time doing it because it's familiar, it's customary, it's normal, it's what you have been accustomed to. And frankly, you don't want to move. You don't want to shift. But God is telling you that I have more for you. So it's critical that you heed His call and that you move as He's telling you to move. Because by you delaying moving on, recognizing that a season has changed, you are delaying what God has for you. And you don't want to miss out on that. And it can definitely be hard when you have been doing something a certain way, you have been interacting with a certain group of people. It could be a relationship that God has told you has expired. The time has come for this to come to a close because this is actually blocking a blessing. This is actually limiting you. This is actually not where God has you to be in this season. This is the wrong alignment. You are actually out of alignment or misaligned. So it's critical. There came a time in Genesis 13 where it describes how Lot and Abraham, who was Abram at the time, had to separate. because they were dwelling together. Their herdsmen were getting into it. The space wasn't big enough for both of them to remain there. And so Abram says, instead of us continuing to quarrel, because we're family, you decide which way you want to go and I'll go the opposite. So one of them is going to be dwelling in the Jordan. One of them is going to be not in the Jordan, because they can't both be in the same place. They both cannot reside together anymore. Their season together has come to a close for them to dwell together in this close proximity. And so we have to recognize, because there are things, again, that God has for you that are beyond the space that you've been dwelling in. But it's going to require your obedience to heeding what God is telling you. That season is up. That's the reason in some cases why things feel so off to you now. Things aren't clicking the way they were clicking before, because you have overstayed your time somewhere. The mission has already been accomplished. The assignment is over. There are certain people that are assigned to us, and sometimes it's just for a season. And so if we try to extend that season beyond what God has ordained, we will find that problems arise, because there is a new season and there may be a new assignment, a new group of people that God has called us to, where there is purpose. And it's not just that we are going to be blessing someone, or that we have something that we are going to be doing for them. There may be something that they are going to provide for us to help us move to our next level. But as long as we're stuck in that same familiar place where the assignment has expired, where the season is up, then we will remain stagnant. We will remain as Mephibosheth, which was the grandson of Saul. We will remain in a Lodabar type of place, which Lodabar means without pasture. So we will be in a barren place. It will become barren for us because God is moving us. God is saying it's time to move. It's moving day. It's time to depart. Your time here has expired. The season is up. The assignment has shifted. We always want to move with God where he's moving us to, and in the time and season he's telling us to. And we have to push past the uncomfortableness of newness, of shifting, because you can't put new wine into old wineskins. There's a new assignment, there is a new territory, there is a new season. So we have to be willing to move with God when he's telling us to shift. If that is a problem for you, talk to God. We should be following God in all that we do, in every facet of our lives, because we always want to be in lockstep with God, with where he is leading us. We want to be walking in our assignment and in agreement. That is important, because when God has a purpose for you, you want to be in the exact place of the purpose, in the exact time, in the exact season. You want to be walking in agreement with God. So Father, I pray that you will bless everyone that is watching this video, Lord, that they will just walk in their assignment, that they will recognize where you have them in this season, that they will push past the trepidation, the fear, the uncomfortableness, to walk where you would have them to walk. And to everyone watching this video, again, I just encourage you to trust God, walk where he's telling you to walk, go where he's telling you to go, and understand that when the season changes and the assignment ends, be ready to make the shift.